We are here for a special episode of A Second Look, and it's special because of why, Chris?
Because of the Irish musician Glen Hansard, who was suddenly killed in a motorcycle accident just a few days ago on July 29th.
Pretty big loss in the music world, in the artistic world. When I think of great artistic films, when I think of great musical films, I think of the movie Once.
I've been wanting to do a second look on this movie for a while because it's really been a long time since I've seen it. And this, unfortunately, was the impetus for me to actually go back and watch it.
You know, I've seen this movie more than you. I've always been a little fascinated with it.
Well, because you're a musician.
I am, and I love the music. I really like the touching sort of artistic, I don't know, authenticity might be the word I would use to describe this film.
Absolutely. It strives for that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that's most interesting about this movie. It's all about the creation of music.
I totally buy the realism of this movie. And I think it's because this guy actually was a struggling artist in Dublin.
The music is definitely key to this film. It's central. And I would actually consider this film to be a musical. I remember when I first saw this movie, I was like, now that's a musical I like. It's not like a fantasy world where people suddenly break into song. It's like the songs come naturally.
Yeah.
Because they're crafting songs.
Yeah.
And it's part of these characters' lives.
So, Chris, we'll talk a little bit more about the artists, the musicians, but let's first talk about the filmmaker.
John Carney. I guess we should preface this by saying Glen Hansard, the star of this film, was in a band called The Frames.
The Frames was his band.
John Carney, the writer-director of this, was the bassist for a period of time in The Frames.
I love that he was the bass player of The Frames, but I also love that he shot videos for the band.
Yeah.
Because guess where that led?
Exactly. Right.
He became a filmmaker, and that's pretty fucking cool.
The only other movie that I've seen that he did is called Sing Street. It's also kind of like a quasi-realistic musical.
Now, Glen Hansard's other big claim to fame before doing the movie Once is he was in the 1991 film The Commitments.
Yeah, he had a small role as a band member.
I think that she was a young artist, musician. I think he might have known her parents, and they bonded pretty early.
She was very young.
I think she was like 13 or 14 when they met, and he mentored her, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, which you kind of see in this movie.
And I love that aspect of the film.
Glen Hansard and Markéta Irglová were also in a band together called The Swell Season.
Which they did a lot of touring. And they had a relationship, we should mention.
Right.
I don't think it went well.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a documentary, a very good documentary about them touring as the Swell Season. It happens to capture the deterioration of the relationship. Now, they fell in love as a couple during the making of the movie.
Which is interesting, which is the opposite of what this movie's thesis is.
Yeah,
but anyway,
that's
reality.
You're right, though. I mean, it makes the movie even more interesting watching it again.
So eventually, their friendship and collaboration led to them working on this film Once, which was filmed primarily in 2006 on the streets and around Dublin. And they film it guerrilla style, like literally on the streets.
Yeah.
Those are like natural people that are like walking by, watching him perform.
Yeah. Again, the authenticity of this film.
Grafton Street, if you've ever been to Dublin.
I haven't. I want to go to Dublin. That's on my list. That's on my bucket list. I know a big part of Glen Hansard's life was about living in Dublin.
Like being a Dubliner?
Being a Dubliner, being a musician in Dublin. He had a close relationship, I know, with Bono from U2.
Oh, really?
Very close. They also had a great community of musicians in Dublin. Yeah. They would meet in clubs. Bono would show up at a club and perform. Baby, please come home. Baby, please come home. that culture was a big part of his life before and after the film. And so the film, I think, really captured at least a snapshot of like the struggling artists in Dublin.
And that is the title, Once, where these two characters meet for a brief period of time.
Yep.
They connect. They have this musical moment where they create music,
Yeah.
and then they part ways.
By the way, we should mention the characters don't have names. Glen Hansard is playing Guy, and Markéta Irglová
His girl.
is Girl. They don't have names.
They don't have names. She's Czech, and she's emigrated to Dublin, to Ireland. She's left her husband. She's got a daughter. She's there with her mother. And she loves to play the piano. She can't afford a piano, so she goes to this music shop to play when she can.
You're seeing the struggling artist. I love that it starts out with the guy robbing him.
Yeah. Right. But before that, he's performing on Grafton Street.
Yeah.
And you see the guy pissing in the alley. First you're like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
Oh, he's pissing.
He's just taking a piss. It's a funny chase. But what makes it really funny is that they know each other.
Yeah. This has happened before,
Yeah.
we assume.
Not only has it happened before, but you know it's going to probably happen again.
If he stays in Dublin.
If he stays in Dublin, you just know that guy is going to like be like, oh, sorry, man. And he's just going to do it like a few weeks later. He's going to try to steal his money again. That's the intro of the movie. It's funny. It also immediately establishes Glen Hansard's character as a struggling artist. What it does next pretty much defines the movie for me. It just cuts to him performing. He's been performing all day. He's making his money as he can.
He's just busking on the street.
And it's nighttime. And he's playing this great song.
It's a really strong opener.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's a wide shot, and then they pan into him.
And as they slowly pull back the camera, you're introduced to Markéta.
Thanks. 10 cent. Brilliant. Thanks.
Excuse me?
Sorry.
It's all one take. She loves it.
Yeah. She's very earnest,
Totally.
which I like about her character. She's young.
She's forthright.
She's earnest and forthright. That's
She's-
a good way to describe it. She's not mean, but she gets what she wants.
They bond right away. She appreciates his music. She appreciates his art. It's so simple, right? This artist has been like busting his ass, and suddenly here's this young woman, an artist, paying complete attention to him.
She's like enraptured by his music.
Yeah, but you know, she's respectful. She gets it, and he loves that she gets it
Because we find out that she's a musician too.
immediately. And that's what I love about the storyline is they don't waste any time. First of all, the movie's only an hour and a half.
It's an hour and 26 minutes. Fucking great.
It's all it needs to be. You could just have a great story that's an hour and a half. They go to this music store. There's a piano. And she's like, you know, we can play here. They play Falling Slowly. It's a great piece.
It's the signature song of the film. I thought this was featured a lot more in the film than it actually is.
They're very careful about, let's showcase right away this great song. This great song. Which they bookend and they show at the end of the film beautifully. But they don't make that constantly like that thing you do where
And that's what I think I was thinking of.
where they play the shit out of the one song.
The one song.
No, I love that.
For some reason, I had that misconception in my mind.
And that is one of my favorite parts about this film. That they say, well, here's another song. By the way, here's another demo. By the way, listen to this song and tell me what you think.
And there's so many other good songs.
And then she adds to it. And then, guys, let's go to the studio and you're just introduced to great songs. But they're not all like hitting you over the head early in the film.
You just gradually hear them as
love-
the film progresses.
Lies, lies, breaking. Well, when will you learn? When will you learn?
There's a kind of a musical aspect of the film. Musical being like, you know, suddenly she's walking and singing along to a song.
When I get really lonely and the distance causes only silence.
To a certain extent, both of these characters are stuck.
Yeah.
And they meet each other and they're able to unstuck themselves and move on.
Yeah.
For her, it's like figuring out what she wants to do as
I
a
love
musician, and does she love her husband, which we find out that they've separated. For him, it's like he's just kind of stuck living with his dad in Dublin.
He broke up with the girlfriend recently.
Yeah, and that's part of the songs that we hear.
Yeah.
So their meeting and their spark of musical creativity spurs them into like moving beyond their rut.
I love what you said about it's about them being unstuck,
Yeah,
because that's totally true.
that's what happens.
When you get to the end of the movie, especially. They're inspiring each other.
Yeah.
I want to record these songs. You'll help me. You know, he's saying to her.
And he never would have done that had he not met her.
Nope. I don't think so.
Yeah.
It was a big inspiring moment. He's kind of like, help me try to get some money, if possible, to make the recording of these songs. And she's totally all in, trying to help him.
There's a great edit when the bank loan officer all of a sudden is like,
You listen to it, you play it to your boss. I'm sure you can get him to approve.
Can I show you something? I wanna be free. I wanna be me.
Brilliant. And you know it's because, you know they're watching him because they're like, we have to watch him and appease him
yeah.
because he might give us money. It's a great scene.
She's not greedy. She's not like, oh, I'm going to like totally capitalize on it.
No.
She's like, yeah, this is music. This is art we're creating. We need money to create this art.
And he knows musicians who he reaches out to help for the big recording session, which is a big climax of the film.
Yeah.
Is the recording of these songs.
That is the climax.
It is.
Yeah. That's one thing I noticed in the second look is it's actually more kind of like a stream of consciousness where you're sort of like following these characters and you're getting to know them as the film goes along. Like the scenes don't really connect in a plot way, but you're just getting to know these characters as these like sort of vignettes sort of connect throughout the film.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah. But it all comes together when they go to the recording studio. Let's bring these great songs to life. And suddenly you have his dream. Really, you have this great piano player who's all in. Beautiful female vocal that blends well with his vocal. I forget exactly the lineup, but it's great.
Yeah, I think it's like a bassist, guitarist,
Yeah.
drummer. Three of them
Yeah.
and two of them.
Have you done much recording? No. Right, let's get cracking.
And there's a recording engineer there, and he's sort of like, yeah. And he's talking on
He's
the
been tasked with like recording, with engineering their recording.
and it's a great crescendo to this movie because he's sort of like on the phone. He's kind of bored. Oh, yeah, I got another band.
I'm just gonna be in here. He hears that one song. It's not Falling Slowly, which is actually what I thought.
I know.
Another of my
It's
misconceptions.
another song.
It's
We don't
another
know.
song.
Well, we don't know it that well, and it's a great first song. And the sort of nonchalant, I don't know if I'm really interested in this engineer is sort of suddenly he's like,
He hears it and he starts like raising the other tracks.
maybe it's time I should do my fucking job.
Yeah.
Because I actually like this. I love that.
It's a
I
really,
love that.
Yeah, it's so good.
In terms of the audience listening in, I don't think we ever hear them play Falling Slowly.
In that recording session. No, we don't.
But I think we're supposed to imagine that they did finally cover it.
I don't know if it's an intentional misdirection on John Carney's part.
I think it's an ambiguity that we're supposed to just accept, which is that they also recorded one or two other tracks.
Yeah, right. But
Uh,
if this was a Hollywood film, you would have heard that. That's when I think that's where I think the misconception comes in my mind.
I love that the movie said, you're going to hear these other songs.
Yeah.
You
Which
just
are
have-
equally as good.
Say it's a 12-hour or 14-hour session. For all the money they could get together for that session. They pulled it off and they did it fast. Fast.
Yeah, it reminds me of like the famous story of when the Beatles recorded their first album, Please Please Me, which they like rushed through.
We started at 10 o'clock in the morning, finished 11 at night, and that was the record made.
Twist and Shout, which is the highlight of that album, and like Lennon's voice is shot.
So it's not that hard to believe that a band could come in and record in a day if they were passionate.
Because you think this is your only chance.
This is it.
And of course,
You
this
know.
might be the last instance because as a musician, you know, you can record your own tracks at home.
Yeah.
It's pretty ubiquitous now, but
Yeah.
even up until 2006, 2007, you still kind of needed a studio
Yeah.
to do this.
But as a musician, I really appreciate the idea of doing stuff quickly sometimes. The magic of it. It's rough, it's garage band,
The rawness.
and you know what? It sounds a little kind of shitty at times, but you know what? It's something special about it.
The emotion and the energy is there.
And I think that's what this was about. It's that snapshot of a band that doesn't have a lot of money, they don't have a lot of time, and they just fucking did it.
Sounds great.
Does, doesn't it?
Could I have one?
Yeah, totally.
Thank you. Gotta go this way.
Really?
And then there's this great ending to the film. And
He
it's-
goes to London to meet up with his ex.
But before that, it's the touching scene with his dad just listening.
Do you like it? Well, it's just a demo, you know. It's just fucking brilliant. Really fantastic stuff. That'll be it, no question. When are you off? What?
You only see him in a few scenes, but he's just like such a supportive, positive character.
He doesn't know his son's art
No, he
that much.
The dad's kind of been in this working class bubble.
Yeah.
Where he's like, my son can never be more than this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice touch
Yeah.
that we see eventually.
Great dad character.
I love that actor who played the dad.
Yeah.
He was great.
The parting of the son and the dad.
And the whole movie actually takes place in only like, I think 5 days when they first meet.
Yeah. Very quick.
It's like 5 days.
Yeah.
So they literally have this limited time together.
Now we have to talk about the main ending of the film, which is my favorite.
So we mentioned that she's a piano player and she loves to play the piano, but she can't afford one.
The dad was saying, I have some money. You can have it.
To go to London.
And that was to help him in London. I think he used some of that money
Yes. Absolutely he did.
to buy her a piano.
The last shot is of her playing the piano as the camera pans out of the window.
Take this St. Campbell and point it home. We've still got time.
She's so happy.
Yeah.
Now, how she feels about him in that moment, does she love him? Is she in love with him?
No, she's not.
I think they're just friends.
For her, they're just friends.
Yeah.
And they're collaborators and artists who connect.
But I think he starts to fall in love with her.
She is able to differentiate sex and love.
Do they have a bond? A close
Yes,
a
they
close,
have an artistic bond. And to her, that is the most, that is above sex. That's above anything.
And I think he learns that.
And when he violates that, she gets pissed.
She gets pissed. Yeah.
He's gonna go back to his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because that's where like the bulk of his songs come from, is
Yeah.
his relationship with her,
Yeah.
which we hear throughout
Which
the entire film,
which are great songs.
which are great songs.
Great songs. So that's the resolution of the movie. It's so good. The movie did so well. For one thing, it won the Academy Award
For best song.
for Best Song, Falling Slowly.
This is amazing. What are we doing here? This is mad. We made this film 2 years ago. We shot it on 2 handy cams. It took us 3 weeks to make. We made it for 100 grand. We never thought we'd ever come into a room like this and be in front of you people.
Did they do that thing where like he spoke and then when she started to speak, they like
Yeah.
played her off?
They interrupted her.
Oh my god.
Wow. That guy is so arrogant.
Right.
It was so brilliant.
It was also turned into a Broadway musical. I actually found that out today when I was researching this film.
I was surprised to hear that. I did a little research when you told me that. Glen Hansard was not psyched at all about this becoming a musical after the success of it. I think he said something like, fuck that.
Fuck that. Fuck a fucking musical.
But he changed his tune. He said,
Once the checks started coming in.
I think he just saw it and he went, you know what? I like it.
Was that a pun, changing his tune?
No.
So the movie was shot on consumer-grade digital film,
Right.
which was kind of still new at the time in 2006. 20 years later, this still looks great. You know what doesn't look great?
I think I know what you're going to say.
David Lynch's Inland Empire, shot also on consumer grade DV cameras, and that looks like shit.
Yeah.
Even after being remastered a few years ago, that still looks terrible.
Oh my God, this movie looks fucking great compared to that.
I mean, you can tell it looks digital.
Yeah.
But, all the colors are vibrant.
Yeah.
It has this warmth to it.
Yeah.
So, Todd, 20 years later, should people check out Once?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they should. I mean, it to me is the classic independent film.
Yeah.
Of at least the 2000 decade.
A little movie that could.
Kind of perfect in a way.
I like to compare this movie to A Hard Day's Night, which is one of my all-time favorite films. And this movie is sort of similar in that way, where it's all about just capturing creativity and positivity and artistry in like one sort of cinematic sort of form.
Yeah. It also, again, capturing that authenticity. I buy the characters.
We both recommend Once. If you've not seen it, definitely check it out.
Yeah.
It's a great movie, great songs, great soundtrack.
So maybe I could play a song of his on the way out.
Because YouTube will probably strike us down with their copyright bots if we try to actually play any actual music from this film.
Chris, good movie review. I think it's time for a toast.
Glenn, you're a true artist. You'll be missed.
Thank you for your talent, and thank you for once. Cheers.